I used to go to a dentist, and the hygienist would hold your hand. But the problem was, every time he went to go do something really that was going to hurt, she would squeeze your hand. What help? I said, please don't hold my hand. Really, no help whatsoever.
Well, we touched on it a little bit, Candy, but being a hypnotherapist, how does one that is afraid of horses, how does one overcome their fears? What's the steps taken?
Well, I call it, a learned limitation. In reality, you really have no reason to be afraid of it. You're just afraid of it because of all the whatevers or the possibilities. So, well, they can call me, and I'd be glad to work with them. That's a good step. But the most important thing is to just go slowly and realize, like what we were talking about before, that you are never going to control an animal that large, with your own physical strength. I don't care how big you are. So you have to gain the trust and build the bond with the animal, so therefore the animal wants to do it for you. And once you realize that, then your fears disappear, because you're thinking, how am I going to control this big beast here in front of me? And that's really a non-issue. It should never be about control. It's a partnership all the way, from beginning to the end. Complete partnership with all the animals, especially the horses. Yeah.
Now there's a quote, and I'm not sure, I can't tell you who said it, but it's the best thing for the inside of the man is the outside of the horse.
Winston Churchill.
There you go.
What do you think, well, what does this mean in regards to what we've been talking about, Sarah?
Oh my goodness, it's yeah, that pretty much sums it up, actually. The horses are incredible in so many different ways. As I've just been saying, the physical benefits that you get just from the many different dimensions when a horse moves, to the just friendship, to the warm, fuzzy, that smell that just is the best smell ever.
It is the best. You smell like horse. Yep. Horse number 9.
Mm-hmm. And that just being able to be in that environment outdoors with these, they're incredibly beautiful and incredibly powerful animals.
Anything you can add?
I think that once you are given the gift of having a partnership with a horse, because we never really own them, we just have the honor of taking care of them, that if you view it from that perspective, and we're all, I believe, one universal mind, a complete energy, and they're no different than any one of us, it really can teach you many, many lessons on life that you don't even realize you're learning just by being in their presence. Because the animals don't lie, and they're a complete mirror of all your emotions. So that's why many, many women are attracted to them. They're their very best friend when, you're down and out, and it's really true. They're always there for you. And love is unconditional. But I think it's more than unconditional. I think it's just ever flowing. It isn't even a matter of forgiving or not forgiving. It's just always there with them, always there. With me, with my horses, it's unbelievable. I'm honored and lucky every day to be in their presence and take care of them. Wow. That's really how I feel.
Wow. Well, one of the other things I wanted to mention, horses are quite expensive. They're no way near owning a dog or a cat. They require stable fees and food and etc. So are there any ways to cut the prices in order to make it easier for people to afford these lessons, or anything that
Ride-On offers?
Ride-On offers.
Yes, we actually do offer a scholarship program. So we don't turn people away. If you've got a financial difficulty, then we can offer lessons that are reduced or no cost. We do ask that the parent gets involved and gives back through volunteering. And then the rest of it basically is fundraising. So you mentioned the cost of keeping a horse. Yes, it's very expensive. We actually encourage horse sponsors at Ride-On, and it's a $2,500 donation once a year, and that basically covers their basic feed, care, veterinary care, just their basic basic care. So,
wow.
And I also have a small rescue that I've just started a nonprofit as well. So if any of your viewers are looking to adopt a horse, I have many horses right now that there is no adoption fee.
Wow.
So, you know, the most expensive part is actually purchasing the horse. Many, many beautiful horses from A to Z, from ex-race horses to schooling horses to young horses, and they're available to the right home. And if they're interested, they can contact me at my website, which can I give it to? It's thesweetwaterranch.com. Just email me or contact me through my site, and I'll be glad to help them find the horse of their dreams. They're out there.
Wow.
They are, and you're probably wondering why Ride On doesn't take Candy's horses, but again, that's, you know, it's that
exactly.
right there is, there are a lot of people out there right now.
We're all networking right now in a very serious way.
There's people that can't take care of their horses right now. It has become very expensive. Unfortunately, they're ending up homeless, but you know, Ride On's very fussy about the horses that they can take, so.
I have a lot of beautiful horses right now. I just rescued a mare and a pregnant mare and her little baby they were going to slaughter. I mean, the horses are just completely being disposed of right now because of the economy. Wow. So, but by the same token, you can take advantage of it and get your dream horse for virtually free because they need homes now. Wow. So that's why we're all seriously networking overtime right now to help them all.
So as we wrap up, I want to end by asking, what's the future of therapeutic riding? I mean, it seems like it's a fairly new concept. Is there any future, or specifically with the Chatsworth? Could I heard that something might be happening with the Chatsworth, or? Yes,
we're very excited. We've just managed to buy a piece of land in Chatsworth, so we will have a permanent home in the San Fernando Valley. That's a big deal for us and for therapeutic riding in the valley. A lot of people haven't been able to keep their ranch. They've had to move out. This is a huge thing for us. I'm very excited about it. Yes, there's a huge future for therapeutic riding. There's 700 centers right now in the US. We're probably about the 7th largest, and it's growing.
Wow. Don't you think it's really expanding?
Yes.
I do. I'm so happy to see it. Just from my perspective of what I do is it's becoming more mainstream now. You know, it's really wonderful.
Getting the word out is, you know, tricky. It's, you know, making sure that the community are aware of that we exist and who we are. But yeah, once the kids, you know, once you experience it, then.
So, do you think as people realize that horses are going to help them with problems, do you think your animal communication is going to grow as?
Oh yes, it has. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I hear this over and over again, is, you know, my horse saved my life. I mean, emotional life, you know, over and over and over again, especially in these, you know, times where people are struggling with the economy. It's a very stressful time, and even though they don't realize they're in therapy with their horse, they are, and it's been great. Yeah, so I think it's going to continue to grow and expand, and I'm very happy for it. And again, like you were asking me, it opens more doors for me in the mainstream, you know, which is great.
Well, I want to thank you guys both for joining me. My name is Julie Moree, and this is On Point.